my board member and secretary for District 4, SFRTA. I am the executive director of the South Florida Regional Transportation Authority, also known as TriRail. My presentation for you today is primarily going to be focused on our efforts and what we're doing to implement Miami Central. The way we're looking at it is that's the first step. You've got to have that piece in play before we can proceed into the vision that is TriRail Coastal Link for all three counties. I think we're working with Miami-Dade with their, I'll be blunt, with their energy and political will. It's been amazing. That's what it takes. It takes focus and political will. And Miami-Dade right now is very, very focused on what they want for their citizens. The SMART plan, as Eileen put up, you see their vision. They've actually put it in paper and they're working on prioritizing. So this is the first piece, as far as I'm concerned, that will go in place. And what I'll do is I'm going to move through the first part of this very quickly. It's just to give you a flavor of what it is we're talking about. And then at the end, we'll see the numbers we're talking about. So it's a partnership with a private entity that is FECI and Florida East Coast Railroad, on board Florida. And that's what the station is going to look like. Passenger rail, land use, economic development. This is downtown Miami. It is blowing apart. It is incredible. If you haven't been there lately, oh no, it's awesome. It's amazing. People that haven't been around in Miami for a while come back and just are amazed at what they're going to see. That is the location of the station. That is currently under construction. That's what it's going to look like when it's over. This is this right. Get myself straightened out here. This is oops. Well, that was north. Hold on, we're doing here. All right. Told you. This is north. The trains will come in here, split, and go under all these buildings that you see here to this point, and that will all be the station. This is phase 2 of their development. They're going to have grocery stores. They're going to bring real life, different kind of life into downtown Miami. These are renderings of what it's going to look like. You will see the train up in the air there. You take a look at it. Oh, there's the bright line train. Private sector contribution, political support. They've been an awesome champion working with all over Florida. They have given us, at no cost, the access to the downtown land. You can only imagine what that costs, where the old Flagler station was. We're using their development expertise. No interest public sector loan during construction. So while they're constructing our stuff, they're using their money, and we're not paying any interest on that whatsoever. And they're going to bring their inner city rail, which is going to combine with the coastal services, the commuter rail. But this is where I got upset about 4 months ago. I sat down with my friends in all over Florida, and they were doing a presentation for our insurance brokers that insured the commuter rail system. And they went through this. This is fourth quarter 2015. This is the station going up. This is what they're doing. The fourth quarter of 2016, which we're moving into now, if you go down there, they're actually laying platforms. The first quarter of 2017, concrete infrastructure will be going up additionally. Steel structure goes in first quarter of 2017. Second quarter of 2017, the platforms will be in place. And in the third quarter of 2017, you can see that the covers for the rail program are in place. That's bright lines. This will be travel. So, when I was speaking, I've been telling people it's going to be 2018. Easy, probably mid-late 2018. They're going a lot faster than that. Their idea is to start in 2015. By 2017, they're going to be providing service from West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami Central, with Brightline. And then, as soon as they get through a few humps and bumps that they're dealing with right now, and they had hoped to be into Orlando in 2018. That may be pushed back, but that's something they have to figure out with what they're doing. But they are moving fast. That's the Brightline train. They got their first locomotive off and tested, I think, earlier this week. These are my partners. These are the folks that have actually stepped to the plate and given money, public money. That's Miami-Dade County, the City of Miami, Bayfront Park, Miami DDA, the Omni CRA, and the Southeast Overtown Park West CRA. All of those have contributed money to this project. And you talk complexity, a number of you are elected individuals. When you put together a group like that, it was a
Daniela Levine Kava calling, so sorry for the delay and for being external.
Welcome, Commissioner.
Hello.
Here's the funding plan. The amounts, we talked about certain individuals from Overtown were not going to be charged to use the system. That was in order to get the promise and the commitment of $17.5 million for the construction of the station. The total station cost can be right at $49 million is what we've pledged. It's actually more than that for the public sector, but all over Florida made a commitment. They've held their commitment at $49 million, and then on top of that, the South Florida Regional Transportation Authority has had to step in and assume the role that we had hoped, if everything had gone right with the legislature, we had hoped that the state was going to step in and handle it. That would be implementation of positive train control, as well as rail infrastructure and rail corridor easement costs. This is what it's going to look like. The station is going to be 50 feet in the air. That's so if you pull a train into downtown Miami, you would just create a wall. You can't do that. So they had to go aerial. That's from I-395 forward. We have the these two tracks will be for Tri-Rail and commuter rail service. The other three are for Brightline. They're not connected. You can't go from one to the other without going back down.
If I could just say, sometimes you're very loud and other times you're fading. So I don't know if you're going away from the microphone, but anything you could do to stay closer, that would be great.
I will do my best.
Thank you.
No problem. Let's just say when we start Tri-Rail Coastal Link, it will be operating out of this station. It took us a 2-year negotiation and with a financial plan, 18-month implementation schedule. Service is going to be 2017, which means I've got to step up my game in order to provide that service on time. If they build a station and it's ready and we're not in there, the people are going to have a problem with me. I know that. So we're pushing our people very hard to get the work we have to get done finished. And this is what's going to end up happening. The black line you see here, that black line there, that is the current Tri-Rail corridor. It runs all the way through to Miami Airport. What's going to happen is, under the new scenario, 26 of those trains will peel off. They will follow the red line and go across east-west on about 71st Street, and then south on the FEC-R system to the Miami Central Station. There will be a shuttle that will meet all 26 trains out of Metro Rail Transfer Station, and that shuttle will continue to deliver all 50 trains to the Miami Airport. So Miami Airport will not lose any service under the current plan.
What services will be provided by shuttle?
It'll be a train shuttle. They'll get off one train, stand on the platform, get on the shuttle train, and go to the airport. And if you look at the blue, that's what Commissioner Suarez was discussing. This is Aventura. We'll start here in Miami, and I'm working currently with Miami-Dade transit officials and officials from the commission and from the mayor's office, and it will run clear up all the way to Aventura. That's their plan. That's the first thing they want to see happen, and I actually believe it is going to happen in a very, very short period of time. There is some construction that's going to happen. The deals that we've negotiated with all over Florida at this time, I think a number of those principles will hold for the rest of the effort. The dollar signs have still got to be developed, but when you develop the dollar signs for what we're calling the Aventura Link, there is no reason to suspect that they will not serve as a guide for the rest of the Tri-Rail Coastal Link Jupiter. And this is the construction that's ongoing. It's much further along even than these pictures. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Yes, Mr. Suarez.
Existing Tri-Rail,
Yes, sir.
what is the operational cost?
The operational cost at this point in time is, our operating costs are $105 million annually.
Okay, and how much of that do you get in fares?
We get a little over about 13 million in fares.
And the ridership is about 13, 14,000?
Yes, sir.
If we abandon that alignment and use the one on the east, the FECI alignment, you know what the ridership would be, Jack?
I think it's going to be great either way. I think we're going to have both. So,
I want both.
yes.
I just want people to know, if we did the eastern alignment, we would have, what's your guess, Mayor Kaplan? 100,000? At least? Yeah. If the fare was low, if the fare was free, I-95 might be a desert, okay? And I'm not saying that the other side of Tri-Rail that you have loved and cherished and nurtured and so on for so many years needs to be abandoned, but $100 and some million to maintain it, or to operate and maintain it, and 13 million in fares, Jack, it would be quite different on the other side. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Commissioner Suarez. Are there any other questions?
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.